Can you still use a camera from 2005?
Well, obviously you can, but is there any logical reason to do so? During the recording of this video I realized that a lot of things have changed since 2005, but just how much? Let's blast some area appropriate music and find out.
Let's get fucked up and die. I'm speaking figuratively, of course.
I don't have the steadiest hand in the universe, but image stabilization has come a long way since 2005. Well, admittedly, it's also the shot, but this makes me feel fairly drunk. On a more positive note, I wasn't disappointed by the image quality. It's like sorta crisp in that old school digital way. Color representation is fairly good actually. The contrasts are a little bit less sharp than nowadays, but it doesn't really bother me all that much. I would say it's sorta warm actually, if that makes sense. The zoom functionality is also pretty good. It has a 25x optical zoom. The only problem is that the image stabilization is not that great. So you're going to get a lot, and I do mean a lot of shaky footage. I also wanted to try out the internal mic of the camera. It's not phenomenal. What it does have is a very high tolerance for loud sounds. I used to record my insanely fucking loud band with this camera and it barely cracked. Yeah, it's not supposed to be that blurry. The autofocus is nothing to write home about. So, sorta cool, right? Old school yet functional. Well, yes and no. Well, I had to film this part on my phone for obvious reasons. And this is actually the suckiest part about having a camera from this era, because I have to deal with this fucking bullshit right here. Firewire, the one that got away, and for good reasons actually, because it kinda sucks. And the thing is, mostly CF cards but also SD cards were kind of a thing in 2005, but this salesperson was like, no, Firewire, that's the way to go. And I fell for that. I was 14 years old, give me a break. And the thing is, consumer-based HD cameras were sorta in their infancy back then. So, picture quality wise, it was probably not the worst deal in the world, but it's so fucking cumbersome. It's a mini DV camera, and that's just sort of a weird hybrid format. The thing is, it is digital video. You just have to get it on your computer in a very analog way. It's not an SD card where you put it in your computer and you can just drag the separate files to the destination where you want them to go. You kids have it so good these days. Also, my computer at the time didn't have a Firewire port, so there's that. It really feels like sort of an in-between format, videotape's last hurrah. Is there a logical reason to use this camera in 2018? The short answer is no. It does have its charm and the picture quality is quite good considering the age of the camera. But there are so many affordable HD SD options on the market right now that I really can't recommend it. Beyond the nostalgia factor, of course, which is a totally legit excuse to own something. It's the entire reason I made this video. Also, and this is totally unfounded and might have been a combination of my clothing and the fact that I was holding a camcorder, but people seemed to react differently to me than when, let's say, I film with my telephone, which I like to do. Almost like camcorders are becoming sort of a gimmicky thing. A relic from a different time. I might be wrong though, feel free to let me know.